If you were 6 feet tall, strong as an ox, full of goodwill, courage, and vinegar, and able to hold your own in a saloon argument, you could be sure of being thought of as one of the guys in a gold rush mining town. Of course, this might have caused some problems if you were a girl. And that's what happened in Rich Bar, California, when one of the guys was the Indiana girl.
Yes, sir, we're kind of proud of it. We got Joe Harper's livery stable. Of course, now most of the fellas around town live out on their claims. We got a good town here, Tom, and it's going to be better. We're aiming to build some more houses, maybe even a schoolhouse and a church. Have a place where a man can settle down and raise a family.
How long you been here, Ben?
Since the first strike, there's always need for a store and a mining camp.
Yeah, it seems like a fine town. Sounds like you got some good plans, too.
Well, plans don't mean much until we get some law here. And that's where you come in, Tom.
Well, I'll sure do my best. I like to be in on the beginning of things. Sort of start them off and watch them go.
You'll get your chance here, starting from scratch. Now, some of the boys have been kind of used to having their own way, and they may not take right off to somebody setting up rules for them.
Oh, I think I can handle them. It's quiet now, Ben.
Yeah, it's quiet enough now. The boys get a little rowdy sometimes, and there's been some stealing going on. But having you as constable, Tom, is going to make the whole town a lot better.
Well, it seems like you've already done pretty well.
Put up 6 new buildings this past year. Just last week, we got a doctor.
Oh, well, they say a town's on its way when a doctor comes in.
Yep, Dr. Brennell. Moved in, opened up his office, brought his wife, too. Real fine lady. Only woman in town. Morning, Indiana.
Oh, howdy, Ben.
Indiana, this is Tom Summers, our new constable.
Hi.
Indiana here runs a hotel. Right fine place it is, too. Built it with her own hands. Ain't that right, Indiana? Indiana.
Oh, what?
What's the matter? You sick?
I'm fine. Fine.
Ben says you built this place by yourself. Is that right?
Yeah, about right. Me and Pa started it in the winter when work was slow in the mines.
Tom, you wouldn't believe it. There was 5 feet of snow up on the pass, and they came through with every one of them logs.
You mean Evans Pass? That's near impossible in the summertime.
Oh, it wasn't bad with Ophelia helping.
Ophelia?
Ophelia's my mule. We made 3 trips with the logs. And then Pa went back to the mines and got killed in a cave-in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There weren't nothing for me to do except finish the hotel myself. Of course, now I got Wong Lo to help me. You know, he does all the cooking and pretties up the place, and I do all the rest.
Tom, we got to get over to Bill Randall's saloon. I promised him I'd bring you by. Care to come along, Indiana? Indiana.
Huh?
Care to come along?
Oh, no. I gotta get this done before sundown.
Well, pleased to meet you, Miss Indiana.
Same to you.
See you later.
Miss Indiana.
Hey, Ben, I thought you said Mrs. Brindle was the only woman in town.
Yeah, she is.
Well, what about her?
Who? Indiana? Oh, she's just one of the boys. Well, I guess you could say that she, I just never thought of her that way.
Well, I guess it's an honest mistake.
Yeah, well, she was acting mighty peculiar. Usually when she meets a stranger, she tries to beat him at arm wrestling.
Maybe it's a new badge.
Miss Indiana. Ain't nobody ever called me that. All right, mister, give me back that money.
What money?
You know what money? The money you got out of that drawer.
I didn't take no money.
Yeah, well, give it back. right, you snake. Now get up.
I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, well, we're going for a little walk.
But I didn't do nothing.
Just tell that to the constable.
Tom, I insist. Have another drink on the house.
Oh, no thanks, Bill. I'm on duty.
Sure, glad it's you and not me that's on duty, Tom.
Boys, I just caught this skunk pilfering the Indiana House receipts.
What did you do to him?
She attacked me. I didn't do nothing. She come on me like a wildcat.
How'd it happen, Miss Indiana?
Well, he tried to run away, so I popped him with a skillet.
That looks like the varmint I chased out of my cabin about a month ago. He got away with about $300.
Well, he had my money in his pocket. You know, I bet he got in the kitchen while we was talking.
Hey, he's wearing my boots.
Well, Tom, looks like you got yourself a prisoner.
He's a present from me.
Oh. Well, thanks, Miss Indiana.
I weren't nothing. You'd be glad to get him. Sort of start you off right. Hey, you want I should help you lock him up?
No, I can handle it. Let's go.
With a deputy like Indiana, your job's going to be easy. Maybe we should have made Indiana the constable.
You shut up, Henry. We're glad to have Tom. Now he can lock him up and guard him instead of one of us.
I don't know. I'd feel safe if you was guarding him, Indiana.
Doggone you, Henry. I'm gonna shut you up once and for all. Now take a chair.
You gonna get whooped, Indiana.
You ready, Henry?
I'm ready.
Now you quit picking on Tom. He didn't even thank me.
Thank you for what?
For catching that weasel. I was just trying to help him out.
Well, maybe you helped him just a little bit too much. Now, after all, he's a constable. Next time you have any trouble, you call for help. That's why we hired him. How about a drink?
No. I gotta get back to the Indiana house. Ben, you think he's mad at me?
Indiana, I never saw you like this before. Are you sure you're not sick?
Of course I ain't sick.
Ben?
Howdy, Tom.
Hi, Ben. Need some coffee.
Picked you right up. How's your prisoner?
Oh, he's doing pretty good. Likes my coffee so much. May not want to leave when the judge comes. Say, Ben, I just saw Indiana. I can't figure her out.
Well, she's a mite peculiar in her ways, but you'll get used to her.
Yeah, I suppose so. I wouldn't want to get involved with her. She invited me for dinner.
A man could do a lot worse than Indiana.
Oh, hold on, Ben.
Well, it's true. She owns a hotel, and she can do the work of any 3 men.
Yeah, still. She's not the kind of girl you think about making a home for.
Well, I never thought about that. But I'd take her up on a dinner. Wang Lo's the best cook in these parts.
Okay. Thanks, Ben.
Long, Tom.
Anybody home?
Be right there. Hello?
Hello. 8 o'clock.
Well, I always did admire it when folks was on time.
I'm looking forward to one of Wong Lo's meals. Ben says he's a great cook.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, it's almost ready. Just sit right here.
Should I order?
Oh, no. No, I already ordered something I thought you'd like. It's kind of special.
Something special, huh?
Uh-huh.
You know, I do a little cooking myself. Just camp, trail stuff.
Oh.
Something burning?
No. I'll just be right back. Are you leaving?
Hey. That smells good. What is it?
Well, it's an old family recipe. Knew you'd like it. It's one of my favorites. Of course, it ain't easy to make. Takes lots of fixings and good bear meat. That's why we don't serve it much.
I can understand why. Oh, I almost forgot.
What's the matter?
Emergency. I'm meeting over in Ben's store.
But you ain't had anything.
Oh, that's all right. I mean, I'm sorry I can't stay.
Oh, well, maybe you can come back after the meeting, because I got a surprise for dessert.
A surprise? No, I mean, it'd be too late.
Well, I'm glad you come.
Yeah, well, thanks for the dinner, Miss Indiana. It was unique. Good night, Miss Indiana.
Good night. Unique.
Give me a beer, quick. Something wrong? Yeah, if I don't get this taste out of my mouth, I'm gonna need a new stomach. I thought you told me Wong Lo was a good cook.
The best.
Yeah? Well, he tried to poison me tonight. Oh, I'm sure glad there's a doctor in this town. I think I'm gonna need him.
Well, I can't believe it. Old Wong Lo never cooked a bad meal that I know of.
Yeah? Well, I hate to put down a man's work. Whoever cooked that stew tonight doesn't even know how to boil water.
So, Tom Summers, that's what you think of the hospitality of the Indiana House.
Miss Indiana, I didn't mean any...
Yeah, well, I heard every word. And you can starve before you set foot in my dining room again.
Well, no personal offense.
And you said it was unique. Uh, 10 pounds of flour
10 pounds of flour,
and 10 pounds of beans.
10 pounds of beans.
Morning.
Just put everything in the sack, Ben. I can manage it easy.
Oh, Tom.
Ben? I surely am sorry, Miss Indiana. I hope you won't tell Wong Lo. Wouldn't want to hurt his feelings.
Along low. Oh. Oh, no. No, I won't tell him at all.
Then we're friends. Morning, ma'am.
What's the matter with your hat? Your head itch or something?
No, I was just tipping my hat to the lady.
What for?
Well, I don't know. It's a custom. When a gentleman meets a lady, he tips his hat.
That Miss Brindle sure is a fine lady. Why, she sews and she crochets, and she even ordered some canvas.
Huh, we don't use canvas no more. Got glass for my windows.
Not for our windows. She paints. She's an artist.
Is that right? I paint a little bit.
Well, that ain't so much. I've done some painting myself.
What'd you ever paint? Besides the walls of the Indiana house.
You don't know so much. I can sew, too. Pa taught me. Said every female should learn to sew.
It isn't the same thing, Miss Indiana. She's a lady.
Mr. Simmons. May I order some paints along with the canvas?
Sure thing, Miss Brindle.
I'll need 2 each of the 3 primary colors.
Yes, ma'am. It's a pleasure to help a lady.
Thank you, Mr. Simmons. Oh, I beg your pardon, sir. Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Morning.
Morning. Oh, I remember you from the store. Won't you come in?
Yes, ma'am.
Sit down, dear. I can't tell you how sorry I am.
Oh, I know you don't mean no harm. But you know, it made me cry. And I ain't cried since Pa died.
I truly didn't mean to hurt you. Miss...
Folks call me Indiana.
Well, Indiana, if I can make it up to you in any way.
Oh, you can. If you will, I mean, Mrs. Brindle.
Call me Ruth.
Ruth. You know, nobody's ever treated me like they treat you. Tip their hat to me or nothing. And that's because you're a lady. Well, I want to be a lady, too.
Well, if you want to be treated like a lady, you have to dress and act like one.
But I don't know how. I don't know how to be anything but what I am. Ever since I was a tyke and Pa brought me west with him, we lived in the mining camps, moved around the gold fields, set up tents, lived where we could. Well, that's all I know. But now I want to change. Could you teach me, Ruth? Could you teach me to be a lady?
Well, I'll do my very best. Indiana, what's your real name?
Mary. Mary Stanfield.
Well, from now on, you'll be Mary. Now, this is what we're going to do.
You mean I gotta get in all the way?
Every inch.
Oh, yeah, but I ain't never gotten...
Well, Mary Stanfield, I think you're ready to graduate.
You know, I can't thank you enough, but I'm kind of scared. It's sort of like being 2 different people. You know, Indiana on the inside and Mary Stanfield on the outside.
You were always a lady. It was just the outside that needed polishing up.
I don't believe it.
I told you I was the champ. Miss Indiana. Is that you?
Her name is Mary.
Hello, Tom.
You look beautiful. I mean, Mary.
Well, why shouldn't she? She's a lady, isn't she?
She surely is, Mrs. Brindle. Yes, ma'am, a real lady.
Ben, I'd like 4 yards of this red calico and deliver it, please.
Delighted, Miss Mary.
Come along, Mary. We'll be late.
Mary? Mary, I'd be pleased to call on you this evening, if you'd let me.
Oh. Well, I'm afraid I'm busy this evening. But maybe you can stop by this afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. I surely will.
I'll see you then. Good day, Mr. Summers.
Mary?
Mr. Simmons?
Everybody in town sure did miss you, Mary.
Everyone?
Well, especially me, I guess. I was pretty worried. Till Wong Lo said you went up into the hills to get some more logs.
Oh, then you talked to Wong Lo.
Yeah, he's a pretty nice fella. Said he learned a lot from you.
Huh? What else did he say?
Oh, you know, this and that.
Oh. Well, it's not important. I just wondered. You know, sometimes he talks about cooking.
Well, come to think of it, he did mention that in passing. You know, about how some cooks have favorite recipes they hand down to their families.
Well, then you know.
I know. It made me feel real proud that you went to all that work for me. To cook something that you thought I'd like. It meant you felt kind of special about me.
I'm sorry about that punch in the jaw. I shouldn't have done it.
Oh, I deserved it. I guess.
Oh, Tom, you know, all that seems so long ago. Things can change, can't they?
They sure can.
Well, you know, I know one thing that's changed. It's my cooking. I can really cook now. Ruth taught me. And I'd like to have a chance to prove it.
Why don't we go on a picnic?
Okay.
You cook the lunch, I'll bring a surprise.
Well, what surprise?
Well, I'm not going to tell you that. I'll pick you up at noon tomorrow. We'll go to Brenner's Glen.
Oh, well, I'd be delighted.
The Old West was full of changes. Towns changed and people changed. A lonely girl changed into a lady and took her place in history. Next week, another true story of the American West. See you then. These books are the product of one man's imagination. He stirred the world with great tales of adventure, many of which were taken out of his own incredibly adventurous life. His travels took him all over the world, and they began on the waterfront of Oakland, California, where he became known as Prince of the Oyster Pirates.
Don't do it, Frank, please. You open your mouth up once too often, Scratch. All right, anyone want to bet that I don't drive this through his skull on the first try? No, Frank. No. Look, I'll go away. I won't bother you again, but please don't kill me.
I got 50 says Frank can do it. Any takers?
I'll tell you what I'll do with you, Scratch. If I miss on the first throw, you can walk out of here, huh? Tell him not to do it. Tell him not to do it.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Get away from him, kid. You looking to get yourself killed? Turn around or I'll drive this right through your back.
You don't want to kill me, Frank. I came to buy your boat.
Razzle-dazzle. All right, the price is $300. You don't look like you got that kind of money to me.
I can get you the money for the boat today, but you got to let him go or the deal's off. You're not afraid to let him go, are you?
Afraid of that jellyfish? Scratch knows better than to cross my path again, don't you? I won't, Frank. Just let me go. All right. I'll let him off the hook this time, kid. But you better bring that money today, like you said. Otherwise, never step foot in the Last Chance Saloon again.
I'll get it.
Bring it here. 5 o'clock.
I'll be here.
I give you my thanks. Maybe I can do something for you someday.
Glad I could help. What made him want to kill you anyway?
He's a mad dog. Every now and again, he kills someone just to show them he's still the king.
King?
That's what they call him. King of the pirates. Now listen, you try to steer clear of him. He may have you marked already for saving my skin.
Thanks for telling me.
Say, did you really mean that about buying the razzle-dazzle?
If I can get the money.
Well, now, if you're figuring on stealing it now, maybe I can help.
No, thanks. I think I can get it from a friend.
Oh, well, anybody who'd hand over 300 must be some friend.
She is.
She?
So long, Scratch.
Who is it?
It's me, Aunt Jenny. It's Jack.
Come on, child. It's good to see you. I just made a pie out in the kitchen. You want some?
No, thanks. Aunt Jenny, I came to ask you a favor.
Well, no need you sounding so serious about it. Ain't your Aunt Jenny always helped out?
Yeah, but this is a big favor. Maybe too big.
You ain't in trouble with the police, is you?
No. But I need money. A lot of it. See, I gotta buy a boat.
A boat? Well, ain't you some kind of fancy rich child? What you needin' a boat for?
I want to be an oyster pirate.
Honey, that ain't no kind of life for you. Better you stay on at the cannery.
No, I'm never going back there.
Does your mama know about this?
No. But I'm never going home again either.
Sit down, Jackie. Tell me what's happened.
After work today, I went down to take my skiff out around the bay. But it wasn't there. My mother sold it.
That little rowboat you saved up all summer for? Now, what'd she have to go and do an ugly thing like that for?
Oh, you know how she is. If I made twice as much, she'd still want every cent. I told her I wasn't coming back, not ever.
Can't blame you for that. I don't know how you put up with her this long.
There's a sloop for sale for $300.
$300?
I know it's an awful lot, but I could pay it back in just a few weeks working as an oyster pirate.
Honey, I love you like my very own. But I don't want you getting messed up with no scum like them. If the Fish Patrol catch you, they put you away in the state prison.
That doesn't scare me. Those prisoners have it better than I do.
Closed up inside them walls like that.
Working in the cannery, I'm closed up inside walls all day long. Last week, I worked for 36 hours straight with no sleep for 10 cents an hour.
At least it's honest work.
Taking those oysters isn't dishonest.
Isn't it?
Those beds are on public property. That company has no right raising them there. They paid off the politicians. They're the real crooks.
That don't mean they won't put you in jail if they catch you stealing. You can't fight rich folks like them.
Why not? What have I got to lose? You know what it's like in that cannery? It's like being swallowed up alive. Me and all those other people packed inside that gray tin factory. We're just like the dead fish we seal up in tin. Sometimes I think I gotta scream. But if I did, nobody'd know it. Nobody'd even care. When I go to work early in the morning, it's dark and cold out. When I come home, it's the same. All day long, I just keep thinking, there's a day going by out there that I'll never see. If I don't get out soon, my whole life's gonna be like that.
No, it won't. Not for you. You're too smart to stay there for long.
That's what everybody thinks when they first start there. But I've seen old men there with sad eyes. And they have no dreams left in them. They're just passing time, waiting out their lives. I'm afraid that's going to happen to me, too. That's why I need your help, Aunt Jenny. More than I've ever needed anything before.
Over there, in that drawer, there's a wood box. That's where I keep my money.
Oh, thanks, Aunt Jenny. I knew I could count on you.
Hey, another drink for the new skipper of the Razzle Dazzle.
No, thanks. I've had enough.
You stand up?
Yeah?
Well, then you ain't had enough. Hey, look, kid. You want to be a real oyster pirate, you've got to learn to drink like one. Manny, get him another drink. Hey, you know you bought a good boat there, kid. She's fast and she's tough. Best sloop on the waterfront, she is. If I wasn't going into partnership on the Lucy Bell, I'd have never gotten rid of her. Hey, Spider, we had some good times on her, huh?
Oh, we sure did.
Hey, you remember the time the Fish Patrol came aboard and caught us with...
Do you want another drink?
No. But I'd sure like some fresh air.
Hey, you said them oysters are all right. I got more than I can use. You fellas, help yourself. Take a slack.
We could have got next month. All I did was get one sack of oysters away.
Frank's in for a big surprise when he sobers up.
What surprise?
Oh, he thinks he owns me. Thinks I'm his personal property like his boat out there.
But he doesn't own that boat anymore. I do.
That's right. And he doesn't own me anymore either.
Whatever made him think he did?
Oh, everybody knows he likes me, so they stay clear. I've been waiting a long time for somebody to come along that he doesn't scare.
You have?
That was a brave thing you did at the saloon today. If you hadn't stepped in, Scratch would be dead now. Frank's like that. He's mean.
Looks like we're both declaring our independence today.
What's that mean?
Means we're both through letting other people tell us how to live our lives.
Declaring our independence. Feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Best I ever felt in my whole life. All of a sudden, that waterfront doesn't look so ugly anymore. Now I can sail away from it anytime I want to on my own boat.
With your own girl?
I haven't got a girl.
I'd like to come along with you. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Do you think I'm pretty?
Hey! What's going on here?
You got eyes, don't you?
Yeah, I got eyes, only I don't like what they say. Now, come on, let's go.
I'm not going with you.
You do what I tell you to, understand?
She said she didn't want to go.
Kid, I should have opened you up with that harpoon. Get me out of here! It's freezing cold! Come on!
Drink, ye harpooneers. Drink, ye men who man the deathful whaleboat's bow. Death to Moby Dick. God hunt us all if we do not hunt Moby Dick to his death.
You like stories about the sea best, don't you?
I guess so. Maybe that's because it's so big. It can take you all over the world, or swallow you up like that.
Will you leave someday and go to sea?
That's the one thing I'm sure of. I've got to see all the strange places there are out there. The only way to do that is on a ship.
Why do you have to? Couldn't you stay here in Oakland?
There's so much more to the world. No, I want more than that waterfront can give. And so should you.
Me? Girls can't be sailors.
Maybe not, but you can still do a lot with your life. You don't have to stay here. You're young, you're pretty. This place will make you old before you're ready.
How can I leave?
What's to stop you? You can travel all over the United States, read to educate yourself better.
But I'd have to make a living.
You could be an actress maybe, or a singer, or a writer like I'm gonna be. You could be a great lady.
I could never act proper enough to be a great lady.
You don't have to act like them. Be your own kind of lady. They got books over at the library can teach you anything you need to know.
I'll bet you've read lots of books already, haven't you?
Not really. When I go to that library and see all the books there are, I've just begun. Working in the cannery, I've never had time. That's what I like about being an oyster pirate. Now I got time for the things I love best.
Like stuffing your mouth with jawbreakers?
That's the best part.
Are you sure?
Well, come to think of it, there is something I love more than jawbreakers.
I thought so.
Peppermint sticks.
Oh, just for that, I'm not going with you on that oyster raid. What do you think of that?
I won't stand for it. I am the captain and you are the crew. Are you aware, sir, that there is a serious penalty for mutiny?
No. What is it?
Death. Death by tickling.
No, please stop. Usher!
There's your girlfriend, Frank. Where's she, that kid's girl now?
I'll show you whose girl she is.
Hey, Mamie.
Yeah, you showed me all right.
Watch your mouth.
She's been seeing him every day. The boys all think you're scared of that kid.
Who said that?
Nobody, but we're all thinking it, and we'll go right on thinking it till you put him in his place.
I'll do that, all right.
What do you want, Frank?
Well, I haven't seen you much this week. Maybe you still think I'm mad at you, huh?
That's not it, Frank.
What's the matter?
Look, Frank, you've always treated me pretty good, and I'm grateful. But you're too... I'm too young for you, Frank.
Still young enough to whip anyone around here?
Sure, I know that. But you ought to get yourself a girl like... Well, like Michelle over there.
I've got a girl. Prettiest one around.
I'm not your girl anymore, Frank.
So? Now, look, Tramp, I'll tell you when I'm through with you.
Nobody treats me like that. I'm a lady.
You're... Oh, you hear that, Spider? She is a lady.
That's right. And since you two don't have any way of knowing how to treat a lady, I got nothing more to say to you.
Now, you shut up and listen. You tell that boyfriend not to come around anymore.
You can't make me do what you say.
All right. And I'll personally see he doesn't come back from the oyster beds.
You wouldn't.
You ever known me to bluff, Mame?
No.
All right, then you act like a nice little girl. Nobody will get hurt. But you tell him good to stop buzzing around. Because if you can't stop him, I will. Well, kid, how do you like the boat I sold you?
I like it fine.
I'm glad. Now, you know what you ought to do? You ought to get yourself a girl. Good-looking young one like Mame here.
Yeah, it might make a man out of you.
I already got a girl. You coming with me, Mamie?
Tell him.
I changed my mind. I'm going with Frank on the Lucy Bell.
But you said...
Girl can change her mind, can't she? That was fun. But Frank's my man.
I don't believe it. Why are you talking like this?
She just ain't interested, son. Playing around with you, that's all.
What she want with a little boy? When she got a man, like Frank. King of the oyster pirates, we call him. And Mamie's his queen.
Is that how it is?
That's how it is. Come on, Frank.
Jack,
Yeah.
don't blame Amy for what she said. She had to say it.
What do you mean?
I saw Frank walk over and talk to her just before you came in.
Did he threaten her?
Well, I couldn't hear everything they were saying, but I saw Frank slap her. He must have really scared her.
Now it all begins to make sense. Are they going out to the oyster beds?
Yeah.
I'm going after her. She needs me.
You go there alone, you're as good as dead.
No. If I don't go out there, I'm as good as dead. Because I'll be a coward.
I owe you a debt, Jack. Maybe now is a good time to repay it, huh?
Hey, ain't that the razzle-dazzle pulling in on the Lucy Bell?
Yeah, looks like it is. What's he up to?
Jack!
Come on, you're going back with me.
No, I can't. He'll kill you.
I can fight my own battles now. Are you coming or aren't you?
Please, Jack, go away.
Scratch!
Hey,
Go!
right.
He's got Mame. Come on. Sam, Greek, Charlie, come on, we're going back.
Please, Jack, it's the last chance we have.
No, I'm not running away from him. I'm gonna meet him at the last chance. With all the others around, he'll have to agree to a man-to-man fight.
How can you be sure?
Because the thing he's most afraid of is showing when he's afraid. If I challenge him, he'll accept.
All right, you pushed your luck to the limit this time, kid. Get him.
Just a minute, boys. What's the matter, Frank? You scared to take me out alone?
Grab him.
I think you're scared. I challenged Frank to a fight, but he's afraid of me.
Oh, you heard me, didn't you?
We're wondering, Frank, maybe what he said is true.
All right, kid. You asked for it.
Oh, don't kill me. Look, kid, you can have her.
Let me go, huh? King of the pirates. Finish him off. Come on, finish him. He'd have killed you.
So would you. No, I'm not gonna kill him. But I'm not so sure he'll do the same when he catches up with you. You better start running, Spider. No need to kill you, Frank. All I had to do was kill the king of the pirates. Now nobody's king.
Oh, Jack.
Come on. I'll walk you home.
Here now. First, we gotta have a drink to celebrate. For Jack London, Prince of the Oyster Pirates.
For most men, one close call with death is enough to last a lifetime. But for Jack London, it was just the beginning. He was a seaman, a newspaper correspondent, a Klondike gold seeker, and of course, one of the greatest adventure writers of them all. He was truly a remarkable man, a man who wrote the books he lived and lived the books he wrote. Next week, another true story from Western history. In the decade after the Civil War, great herds of Texas longhorns were driven north to meet the railroad as it came across the plains of Kansas. Overnight, small towns would find themselves the new railheads, booming with prosperity as the herds poured in, bringing the hundreds of cowboys eager to spend their pay. Stores and saloons sprang up, followed by gamblers and gunmen. Places like Ellsworth, Abilene, and Dodge City became famous because of their men who enforced the law. In the spring of 1871, the tracks reached Newton, Kansas. So, too, did a tough Santa Fe foreman by the name of Mike McCluskey. And with McCluskey begins the story of The Friend. I get some breakfast?
Sit down. I'll be with you in a minute.
Well, I can see the service hasn't improved any around here.
McCluskey, what are you doing here?
I was hoping at least for a cup of coffee.
You know very well what I meant. The lead track crew left yesterday. You should be 5 miles down the right of way by now.
I've left the road for a while, Joe.
Michael, you can't be seriously thinking of taking that job of marshal.
Can't I?
Just because the town council makes an offer, that doesn't make you a lawman. Why, they've asked a half a dozen others already.
I just took the oath.
I'll tell you what you took. You took a step toward your own funeral.
By nature, Flanagan, you're a worrier. You've handled enough track crews in your time to know that cowboys aren't half as tough.
Frank Bailey is no cowboy, Michael. And neither are those lads who are always with him. They're gunmen, killers. They didn't like it a bit when the council fired Bailey as marshal. They've been saying that nobody dares to wear that badge.
The only thing a cowtown has more of than longhorns is loose talk.
You're a stubborn man, McCluskey. Loose talk, eh? Every day this town is getting worse and worse for the decent men and women who live here. Why, those ruffians are riding roughshod over everything.
All right, you ready?
Hear that? McCluskey, if you just take a bit of advice for a change.
I'll be back for that advice in a minute.
All right, we were even.
I had you by a neck. Now pay off.
No, what are you talking about? Was dead even all the way in. What do you say, Pearson?
Guess you better run her again.
Double or nothing. You're on.
Excuse me.
Hey.
You fellas want a race? Do it outside of town, huh?
Well, I'll be a new John Law. Look at that, killer.
I see it. Don't much care for it either.
Frank Bailey's gonna be downright annoyed. Unless you stay off the street, mister. And then maybe Frank won't notice then. Double or nothing, I'll beat you all the way.
You're on.
This time of day, there are women and children on the street. Like I said, if you fellas want a race, do it outside of town. Understood?
Take him!
I said understood.
Well, I got nothing to do with this, Marshal.
You?
When Frank hears about this,
He already has.
McCluskey, isn't it? The railroad man?
Bailey?
I'm a little surprised, McCluskey. You've been around town long enough to know how I feel about someone wearing my badge.
Well, how you feel is your business. Hiring and firing a marshal is the town council's.
And they'll be hiring me again. Now, you can make it easy and walk out. Or you can make it tough on yourself and stay. But one way or another, I mean to wear that badge real soon.
Hold it. All right, now real easy. Hands on your head and turn around. You hear me? Hands on your head.
I can't.
Do it. Right now. Rice, flour, preserves. Not much to risk getting shot for. Unless you're hungry. When'd you eat last, boy?
I had a pound of beefsteak for dinner. And don't call me boy.
Oh? How old are you?
20.
You got a name?
No.
All right, pick that stuff up and put it back inside, mister.
You gonna take me to jail?
Isn't that the place for a man who steals?
Honest, Marshal, I was just...
I'm closed.
Mike McCluskey, Joe.
Never showing I'm serving. Only the middle of the night for him. It's all cold. I'm not firing the stove for anyone.
We'll make out, Joe.
What do you have there?
A friend.
Now, to help yourself.
Thanks.
Put it on your own bill.
Oh, Joe. That shed of yours out in back is still empty, isn't it?
He can bed down there for the night if he wants to.
Help yourself.
I don't take charity.
I don't give it. I expect to be paid back when you get a job.
A job?
I hear they're looking for a boy over at the stable. Doesn't pay much, but it's honest. Now, you can run out or you can spend the night. If you're still here in the morning, I'll take you over to livery.
Marshal, I lied to you about everything. I only stole that food because I hadn't eaten nothing in 2 days.
Good night.
It's Riley. My name, it's Jim Riley.
Good night, Riley. Coffee?
The word for that is mud. No thanks. I came by about that kid you brought over last night.
Yeah, I know. He ran out. I went by to look for him a little while ago.
There, go look again. I saw him sneaking back into the shed. He had a bag of something under his arm. When a stray dog gets scared, he usually snaps.
Yeah, I did. More than once. Keep an eye on things for me, will you? Change your mind?
If you think I ran away, you're wrong.
You mind telling me where you went?
I had to get my things.
Your things?
They're not stolen. They belong to me.
Let's take a look.
Please. That's all that was left. They buried my family. They sold everything else to pay for some neighbor keeping me.
If you had a foster home, why'd you leave?
After a while, they said there wasn't no more money to take care of me. I'd have to give up what was left. I just couldn't. That's everything I have.
Let's go see about that job, huh?
Even.
You've only been here a few days. I can wait.
Well, I want to be even, Marshal. Everything I borrowed.
All right, even it is.
New?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you lived at the hotel.
Yeah, that's why I've been trying to find somebody to stay over here nights, kind of keep an eye on things. Don't pay anything, but be warmer come wintertime.
Hmm.
You interested?
Well,
Go get your stuff, bring it over here.
thanks, Mike.
Can't you see that I'm busy? Now go on, get out of here.
Okay.
Hey, Thomas.
Isn't that the kid that follows McCluskey around all the time?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You should be.
Ooh-wee. Something sure smells bad.
I'm looking at it.
Excuse me.
Don't push me, boy.
Didn't.
You pushed.
What do you got in that blanket, stable boy?
That's personal.
Oh, you hear that, Thomas? It's personal.
Makes me real curious. Kid like that's probably got something stolen in there belongs to me. I better have a look. Well, I'll be. It's my old watch. And that there gun belongs to you, doesn't it? Sure does.
Mike.
Well, no, I wasn't hurt bad enough to be a ghost.
Yeah, but the doc said you're
So take it easy a few more days. Look, if I lie flat on my back much longer, I'll never get out of bed.
Yeah, but everything's been real quiet since you...
Killed Bailey? It might have been the other way around. If you hadn't helped me, you had me cold.
It was my fault it happened.
Now, you've been around here long enough to know better than that. You saved my life, and I thank you. Oh, there's one other thing. I found this by the side of my bed when I came to.
Oh?
You put it there, Jim. The doctor told me so.
It belonged to my pa.
I know that, too. But I'm not your pa. Don't try to make me in another man's image, Jim.
I'm not, Mike, honest. It's just... Well, it's just a gift. To a friend. I got work to do.
Oh, Jim, before you start that, would you run over to Flanagan's and ask him if I could borrow one of his cane poles for tomorrow?
You going fishing?
Well, I'm supposed to take it easy. I can't think of a better way than to sit on a quiet riverbank.
I'm off work tomorrow.
Tell Flanagan we want to borrow 2 of his cane poles.
And a skillet and some bacon to fry up our catch.
Right.
You will keep the watch?
I'd be proud to.
Look out, fish. We're coming.
And remember to tell them they cost me 2 bits apiece.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bring back a couple for me.
Where's Pearson? Right behind me.
Whatever you want, hurry it up. Some cowboy's having a lucky night at my faro table.
Well, it's our lucky night, too, Pearson. I saw McCluskey go in his office not 5 minutes ago.
I'll put money he's gonna make his rounds tonight.
Now, wait, I didn't swear that I'd go in on this. I said I'd think about it.
Well, you do that, Emmett. Take all the time you want. Because when the word gets out, Frank Bailey's friends don't want anybody spending money in your place. It's gonna get nice and quiet for thinking.
Well, what if he doesn't show up?
He will. If not tonight, then tomorrow night. But I think it's gonna be soon, so you'd better get back to your place and get ready.
But we...
Go on.
What kept you? Lecture from Flanagan?
Yeah. You going back to your room?
As soon as I make my rounds.
Maybe you shouldn't make him tonight, Mike. I mean, we're getting up so early to go fishing.
What's the matter with you, Jim?
Nothing. Don't go, Mike. They're planning to kill you.
They?
Thomas and Pearson and that other one.
Keller?
Yeah, I heard them talking in the alley. They said if you made your rounds tonight, they'd be waiting for you. Don't go.
You know, Jim, a rattler's tail sounds bad, but without fangs, it's harmless. Bailey's dead.
Yeah, but I heard them. They said they'd kill you. Don't you believe me?
Yeah, I do believe you. If I hid out every time someone talked about making trouble, I couldn't very well wear a badge now, could I?
No, I suppose not.
See you in the morning.
Don't you say that about her.
All right, break it up.
But he pushed me,
Never mind, move on.
Sure, Mark. I'll buy you a drink.
Well?
They might try to get you from behind. This way, there's another gun to back you up.
I appreciate that, Jim, very much, but you don't have to follow me. Besides, that gun of yours is almost as old as you are. It's a miracle it went off once. Next time it's liable to blow up in your face. No, you go on back and do your job at the office and let me do mine.
But...
Go on now, go on.
Well, Marshal, I see you're up and around.
Where are your 2 friends?
Who do you mean?
Don't play games with me, Pearson. I mean Thomas and Keller.
I don't know. Marshal. Did you have a drink on the house in honor of your getting bailed?
I never drink to another man's death.
Yeah, it went real nice.
Start pouring him, boy. Start pouring. Well, looky there. It's the stable boy. Well, McCluskey's dead, boy. We killed him. How about that? Well, come on, boy. Now's your big chance to do something about it. Go for that old horse pistol of yourn there.
And I thought he was your friend.
Find the kid? No. Ah, he can't have gone too far. Maybe so, but if I didn't know better, I'd say that Jim Riley just up and disappeared into thin air.
Perhaps Jim Riley did not disappear into thin air, but he was never seen again, nor was his body ever found. Whether he died somewhere out on the plains or whether he survived and moved on westward is a question that can never be answered. As for Newton, Kansas, the violence at Pearson's Gardens convinced the town council to shut down the saloons and gambling halls. A new source of prosperity was found in the growing of wheat, and that was fortunate for Newton, as the next year the railhead moved on. And instead of withering like so many cow towns, Newton survived and grew. In part, this came about because of the story of the friend.
What's all this?
What does it look like? I'm packing, leaving, hitting the road. You want me to draw pictures for you?
I don't understand.
Look, my train is leaving in 5 minutes, and you're holding me up.
All right, who is he?
Give me those pearls.
Evelyn, why? Why are you doing this?
Look, we had a few laughs together, okay? It's over.
Is that all I mean to you, a few laughs? Now, you know I wanted to marry you. I bought you a ring.
And it took me 3 days to get the green off my finger. Here's your ring.
Well, I told you I'd buy you something better, but it'd take time.
So you said. Now, why don't you go?
Evelyn, look.
I'm in a hurry, Wheeler.
But you can't just walk out on me like this. Why, you and me, why, I thought... Evelyn, I want to marry you.
With what? Brass rings and soft words? You can't even buy yourself a 5-cent glass of beer to cry in. Leave me alone.
Death Valley Days.
Howdy, folks. I'm the old ranger. Back in 1868 in Idaho, just like any place else, The size of the man had nothing to do with how hard he could fall for a woman. But sometimes bitterness can end up killing a man, while some woman stands off somewhere laughing and saying to herself, the bigger they are,
Beckett, you know I ain't no match for you in a gunfight.
Any man says I deal from the bottom of the deck, he better be a match for me.
This won't be a gunfight. It's plain murder. So somebody stop it. Go get the sheriff.
Looks to me like this man wants to go on living a little while longer. So why don't you find yourself somebody who don't care one way or another?
Beckett, why don't you take on a man your own size?
Any man wears a gun's my size. Well, I got a gun. So I reckon I'm your size.
Well, look, mister, you don't have to do it.
My beef's with him, not you. Step aside. This ain't your fight. It will be if your hand touches that gun.
Well, it's a fair fight, Sheriff. Beckett kept pushing for it.
It had to happen to you, Beckett, sooner or later.
Funny. I figured he might have been faster.
Mister, that was a big thing you just did, stepping in like that, and I'd like to buy you a drink.
I didn't do it for you.
I'm beholden to you for what you did, mister.
Don't thank me. I wasn't doing you any favors either.
Well, I'm Marky Munson. Are you as thirsty as I am, mister?
Wheeler. John Wheeler.
Well, if you're drinking, I'm buying.
Well, thanks. If you weren't buying, I guess I wouldn't be drinking.
Give me a bottle.
Where'd you find him, Joe?
Reynolds Creek Canyon. In a wagon. There were 3 women, too.
Why didn't you bring them in?
I couldn't go near them. There were moccasin footprints close by. This big.
Bigfoot. Had to be. Nobody but that Cherokee works people over that way. I need a posse. About 6 men, right now. Anybody wants to know why, he can go outside and take a look at what Joe Cosgrove just brought in. Belly down, wrapped in a tarp. Well, how about it, 6 men?
I'll go along with you, Mark.
Joe found moccasin footprints about this long. I mean to get me that Cherokee Bigfoot.
Oh, no.
Let's go.
Seems like some of the citizens don't hanker much to help the sheriff.
What good is going after money if you might not live to spend it?
May I?
Will suit yourself.
You know, mister, generally I can look at a man and add him up, clear back to his cradle, but with you, I can't go back more than a half an hour.
Why don't you go spend your time on customers with money?
What's the matter with you, anyway? You come into town and get yourself into a fight, doesn't involve you, and act like a man who's building his own pine box. What's on your back, anyway?
Lady, you're on a pulpit a mile high, and I don't like sermons. Especially from women.
Sets me up. I'll mark that in my memory book under flattery. All it takes to get rid of me is a gentle hint.
You look like a man with a hair-trigger temper, are you?
Why?
Because I'm going to call you a fool, and you may not like it.
Hold it. 2 more bodies. Prospectors ambushed in their camp. Gold dust poured over their faces.
Guess that Bigfoot don't care much about money.
He's an animal. Tomorrow we're going after him again. This time I want 10 men, not 3. 10. I want volunteers. So see if some of you can grow some backbone overnight.
Sheriff sure ain't getting many takers, is he? Are you going somewhere?
Yeah. Gotta stable my horse.
But what a man couldn't do with $5,000. Buy himself a good horse, new clothes, anything he wanted. Oh, that's a lot of money. What would you do with that kind of money?
Probably something stupid.
It sure bothers you, don't it, Gilda?
Yeah? In a way I haven't been bothered in years. Do you take sugar in your coffee? Cream?
What do I gotta do? Hit you with another building?
If it'll make you feel better.
I don't know what you're bucking for, lady, but forget it.
All right. This is just an old habit. When I was a little girl, I used to take coffee to my pa when he was working in the barn. Now Pa, he was a real man. He ran a good farm and was a good provider, and he adored his family. And then one day, dear Pa, he won a lot of money in a card game. And along with the money came the wench, the little blonde Swifty. And he changed. And she reached inside him and pulled his heart out. Left him nothing. Nothing, not duty or pride or self-respect or nothing. She made him forget he ever had a family. And he trailed along behind her like a sick puppy. Oh, he was a fool. And I loved him.
Why are you telling me all this?
I don't know.
You're all alike. So what are you doing now? Picking up where she left off? Only it's any man fool enough to shell out, huh?
No. I never thought about it like that before.
Pull in your claws, honey. You got the wrong pigeon.
Who are you trying to punish? Who was she? Whoever she was, she cut you into little bitty pieces. What was she like? Was she a redhead? Or a brunette? Or a blonde? What color eyes do you hate the most? Brown? Or blue? Or green? Or those big, wide, innocent kind? Whoever she was, she didn't leave much. You better go back to her.
Shut up.
You got that same sick look on your face, just like Pa. So you better go and find her, and you better buy her back.
Maybe I will. Yeah. Maybe I will.
Archie! Archie!
Wheeler?
Yes, go after him and bring him back. He's gonna be killed.
What are you talking about?
He's gone after Bigfoot. I know he has, and I drove him to it. It's all my fault.
And I didn't help none. Talking up $5,000 to a man who's broke.
Oh, stop him before it's too late.
Well, I'll be lucky to find him before Bigfoot does. I won't be able to see much before sunup.
Will he know where to look for Bigfoot?
Going that way, he couldn't miss Reynolds Creek Canyon. That's the right place. And the wrong place.
Oh, Archie, find him and bring him back.
I'll try.
Theoretically, you're dead.
Oh, I'm sure glad I found you.
You're some tracker, all right.
Wheeler, forget Bigfoot. He'll kill you.
That's my business. Now, you get on back to town.
Well, if you won't come too, let me stay and help.
You'd be a sitting duck for a kid with a slingshot. Now, you get on back to town before somebody else gets you in his gun sights and blows your head off. Now, get! I told you to stay out of this, Archie. I got enough trouble watching out where he is without worrying about you. Now, if I have to, I'll break your arm with the next shot.
You bossed that little man around pretty good. Think you could push me around, too? Hey, boss man! Can you shoot at a sound like I can? And hit what's making it?
I can come close.
must have a touch of Indian blood in you, too. It's a good thing my head ain't where this feather was.
Bigfoot? I'm looking right at you, and you're not smart enough to know where I am.
I'll find you, boss man.
But not soon enough. I got the middle of your head lined right up in the center of my gun sights. I want you to listen for the last sound you're ever gonna hear.
Looks like you forgot to count.
I'll get you to a doctor.
Too late for that. Man can feel death. What's your name?
John Wheeler.
Wheeler? Finish me off.
No.
Don't take me in alive. They'll stand around gawking at me. Let me die out here. Will you do that?
Yeah.
Make me a fire, huh? I don't do nothing the easy way, not even dying. But I wouldn't like to die cold. You don't look like no lawman or bounty hunter. Why'd you risk your neck?
I don't know.
What are you gonna spend the money on?
I haven't got it yet.
You got a pretty good grip on it. Well, she won. She said it'd end up like this.
Who?
Flory. Little soft Flory. Soft like a sidewinder. She wanted gold, bags of it. And I wound up killing a man to get some. I was the fool. She was the smart one. Wheeler?
Yeah?
You ever know a girl named Flory?
Maybe.
Sometimes I hear her up here in the rocks, laughing at me. That cold, hard laugh. I don't like anything cold. Oh, how can Flory be so warm when you're near her? Yeah, it's so cold. You ever kill somebody? You get money for her? Buy her things?
No.
Oh, I'll die, Wheeler. You can count on that. You got it made. $5,000. Flory's got it made, too. But she'll want more. And maybe you'll go after it like I did. And she'll run out. And you'll hate the sight of money and the shine of gold. And you'll kill just to stamp it out so she won't get any of it. Maybe she'll be laughing too if you wind up on the wrong side of a fire. Not one to die cold.
Marky, I know you're there watching. Come and help me dig a grave for this man.
Are you gonna bury him?
Yep.
Do you realize you've just buried $5,000?
No, I've only buried what left of a man.
Why? Why? Why, he's worth, even dead, he's worth $5,000.
Well, even if I got the money, I might do something stupid like give it to somebody I know. End up in a hole like him. Because she'd keep wanting more and more.
Who?
Florrie, Evelyn. The name doesn't make any difference.
You're crazy. Just plain out of your mind crazy.
Yeah, well, so is he. Let's get out of here. It's getting cold. Coffee, please.
Coffee goes awful good with a steak.
I can't afford a steak.
Well, I never did trust a man with too much money anyway.
You don't discourage easy, do you?
Depends.
For ridding the territory of the fiendish killer Star Wilkinson, a posthumous memorial was erected in Reynolds Creek Canyon to John Wheeler in 1940.
I've often wished, while bringing you these stories, that there could be some way of letting you see and hear the actual people whose adventures we have shown. A man like Bill Tillman, for instance, the famous marshal of the last frontier, 50 years a peace officer. Bill's gone, of course, but Mrs. Tillman is still very much with us. And now, I have the proud honor of presenting Mrs. Tillman of Oklahoma City.
Thank you. And to answer what I know you're wondering, I'm 84.
Oh, thank you. Mrs. Tillman, you shared a lot of the Marshal's adventures with him, didn't you?
Oh, yes, we were pioneers together back in the early days of Oklahoma.
What would you consider Bill's outstanding achievement as a peace officer?
Just to stay alive, I suppose, especially in those years when he was a marshal at Dodge City. Wiping out the Doolin gang is a thing most people remember, but I think one of the finest things my Bill ever did involved a wedding dress. It was back when the Cherokee Strip had just been opened to settlement, and my Bill and his partner, Heck Thomas, were out hunting down the last of the Doolin gang.
Hey, Bill. You know, I'm dogged if I can figure you out. Yeah, we've been fighting a regular war with the Doolins for nigh on to 3 years, and all of a sudden you turn around and start dealing out pardons to any one of his gang that'll come in.
We've got a whole new population of settlers to look after, Heck. If granting amnesty to a few outlaws will secure the peace, well, it's a good deal for everybody, especially Bill Doolin.
Well, I just can't see him coming in and giving up.
This Rip Collins did most of his dirty work. If he gets off free, Doolin will follow him in just like Mary's little lamb. Somebody just looked over the edge of that hill. It's probably Collins sizing us up. Put that away.
Bill, I know this man. He's bad medicine.
Put it away.
All right. Never say I didn't warn you.
Ready to talk now, Collins?
Come on up, Marshal. You come alone.
We'll be right back.
You hope.
What's the deal, Marshal? Come in. Behave yourself. We'll let bygones be bygones.
I don't know. I've been riding with Bill Doolin a long time now. And I can tell you right now, he's awful mad the way you've been calling all his friends over to your side.
The Doolin gang is through, Collins.
We're not through. You are.
It just grapples me that one no-good, sneaky hyena can set everything back 20 years.
Drink your coffee, dear. It's getting cold.
No. Nobody will ever know what I tried to do up there. All they'll remember is that I outdrew.
Well, it was his life or yours. Yours is much more important to me.
People have got to learn to respect the law itself, or we're right back where we were in Dodge. The fastest gun rule the roost.
Remember what they put on old Hoss Williams' headstone? He done his darndest. Angels can do no more.
I am a dying cowboy, and I ain't got long to live. Howdy, Miss T. Hi, Phil. You still down in the dumps?
You'll get over it.
Well, I got just the medicine for it. They located Bill Doolin.
Where?
Eureka Springs, Arkansas.
How do you know?
Remember when Capshaw's bank was stuck up last fall?
I sure do.
Well, Ed Purdy was the bookkeeper. He saw Doolin's face up this close. Yesterday, Purdy saw the same face again in Eureka Springs. He caught the next train back to tell Capshaw all about it. Capshaw's over at the office now, raring for action.
You'll get it. Bye, sweetheart.
Bill, tell me you're not leaving this house until you've finished your breakfast. No, you're not going to go to work on an empty stomach. Now, you sit down here and eat. Come on. And I want you home by Saturday, too.
What's Saturday?
Millie Lou's wedding. I promised you'd be there.
If I bring Doolin in.
You will, darling. All of it?
Can I go now?
Yes, you can go now.
Thanks.
Bye, Miss T.
Yeah, here it is. Federal warrant, William Doolin. I just got time to catch that train to Eureka. She's all yours, Heck. I should be back by tomorrow.
You're not going alone.
If I left here with a posse, the word would spread. Doolin would be headed for Tall Timber before I got halfway there.
Marshal, you listen to me. This Doolin's a desperate man. He's not only sworn never to be taken alive, he's even sworn to kill me for shooting one of his men during the holdup. Now you're taking a posse, a big posse, and you're going in shooting. I'll pay for it.
Mr. Capshaw, this is my responsibility. I'll handle it my way.
Oh, thank goodness we caught you in time. Bill, something terrible's happened. Millie Lou's wedding dress has been stolen right out of the mail.
It's all right here in this telegram from the postal inspector.
Honey, I'm already on a case. I can't possibly get...
But this is important. Read it, you'll see.
Sorry to report no trace of dress. Mail thieves very active. Stop. Believe stolen. John Harlan, postal inspector.
Well?
Well, Harlan's a good officer. If he says it's stolen, it's gone.
But it mustn't be. Bill, this was Millie Lou's grandmother's wedding dress. Now, the poor dear soul couldn't make the trip here for the wedding, so she mailed the dress for Millie Lou to be married in.
My mother was married in it, too. And it's been saved all this time, just for me. Oh, I don't know what to do. I just couldn't be married in any other dress.
Oh. No, dear. My Bill will get the dress for you.
Darling, I'm on my way to...
Oh, but it isn't just a dress. It's all my hopes. All my dreams.
Bill, the poor child must have the dress. You've got to get it for her. Please?
When's the last you heard of this dress?
Well, Grandma wrote me 3 weeks ago that she had just mailed it.
Now, just a moment. Bill Tillman, if you drop this Doolin case just when we have our hands on him to go traipsing off after some silly girl's wedding dress, I'll get you fired if it's the last thing I ever do.
You listen to me. You so much as open your mouth about my bill, and I'll have you tarred, feathered, and ridden out of town on a rail.
That'll do. Mrs. Tillman, your husband is a federal lawman.
Sworn to protect the Constitution, which gives everybody equal rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So he's just as much bound to protect Millie Lou's happiness as your old money bags. Maybe more so. Isn't that so?
Sure is. Couldn't have said it better myself. Get your hat, Hick.
Tillman, I have power in this country. All I have to do is wire United States Marshal Nix, and he'll land right on your neck.
Last I heard, Marshal Nix was in Guthrie. His secretary will know where he is if he isn't there.
Very well, then. I'll wire him immediately.
The telegraph office is right down the street.
Oh.
The old windbag.
Now, Millie Lou, what does this dress look like so we'll know what we're hunting for?
Well, it's white lace, completely made by hand. And it's kind of snug through here with a little bustle in the back. And then the sleeves are sort of puffy up here, but then they get real narrow down towards the wrist. And then up here...
Ooh, just handmade white lace. That's all we'll need. Now, where was the mail from?
Cloud Chief, 3 weeks ago today.
Ooh, Cloud Chief. That's over 100 miles away without any railroad. Well, we'll have to get a move on it if we want to get back here by Saturday.
Oh, listen, Bill, I ain't no hand at hunting wedding dresses. Heck, I've been running away from them ever since I was old enough to shave.
Done? You're in charge while we're gone.
Me? In charge? But I've always been on the other side of the law.
Fine. You just keep your eyes open. If you see any of your old pals, run them in. Bye, Hank.
Bye.
Don't worry, we'll get the dress back.
Do you suppose they really can get my dress back for me? My Bill can do anything.
Question the different carriers along the route.
Every one of them personally. Of course, they all plead innocent, but one of them's lying. Well, these aren't regular mail carriers, you understand. They're farmers and others who take on the job part-time for $10 a month and feed their own mules.
It's still a criminal offense.
And whoever's guilty is mighty slick about it. They just untie a package, take out what they want, tie it up again, and send it along. So you can't figure out where along the line it was rifled. Mail changes hands at every way station.
Well, Marshal, what are we going to do now?
Have you tried sending a decoy package through? Opening it at each relay to see if anything's missing?
No, I hadn't thought of that.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to fix up a nice, tempting package. Baited with stuff like this, they'll never resist opening it. And we'll tie this package up real good and strong. We'll put a dot in each one of these nuts. There. Now, if anyone ever does open this package, they won't be able to tie it up again with those dots in the right places.
7 pounds, 8 ounces. That's another way to check.
You got a list of those relay stations?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, let's hope we're lucky enough to hit it at one of the first stops. There's awful little time between now and that wedding.
Well, I can promise you that package will be on the mail hack the first thing in the morning.
We'll be waiting for it at Harper's Wells. Come on, Nick.
Now? In the middle of the night?
You got all next winter to catch up in your sleep. Night.
Good night.
The next morning, the decoy package started on its way from Cloud Chief to the first relay station at Harper's Wells, where Bill was waiting impatiently to inspect it. The package hadn't been tampered with. All the ink dots were in place. Nothing to do but ride on to the next station, and the next, and the next, always keeping ahead of the mail, checking at each point, finding nothing. A precious day went by, and a night. The second day found them at Baylor's Crossing.
Bill, this is the waitingest job we ever had.
You realize that wedding's tomorrow at noon? It's cutting it awfully fine.
Marshal Hicks could see us now. He probably fires just for looking so comfortable.
I'll never be able to face that girl without the dress. When I think of the look in her eyes. Mail always this late?
Nope. Sometimes it's later. Sometimes it don't get here at all. Depends on how drunk Jim Roberts happens to be.
Guess there's nothing we can do but wait.
Funny they haven't opened that package. You suppose they found out about us?
I don't see how. Storekeepers are all on our side. After all, they lose more stuff than anybody. Kept ahead of the drivers.
What are we gonna do if nobody ever opens the package?
And then we'll go back and search every driver. Every driver's house. Every possible place that dress could be until we find it. Now, it may delay the wedding a little, but I value my wife's good opinion of me far too highly ever to break one of her promises.
Oh!
It's the mail. Back easy. Dots are all washed away.
Well, that's Roberts for you. He just leaves it set out. Rain or no rain, he don't care.
Feels light.
Pistols, Don.
So are the cartridges.
Well, that's Roberts for you. He'd steal the eye teeth right out of your mouth if he thought they had gold in them.
Where's he live?
First house, the other side of Whipple Run. Hey, you forgot your package.
Anybody home?
Guess not. Strange anybody leave a house wide open like this. Must be food cooking on the stove. Sure smells good.
Never mind that. Let's find that dress.
Doesn't seem to be anywhere here.
I must have hidden it in some special place. You try the barn. I'll go through the house here.
Jim. There's a couple of lawmen searching the house.
Well, they got a nerve. Breaking into a man's house. I'll blast them open.
Look out, Jim!
You all right, Heck?
Why, sure. I would have killed him, except then he wouldn't have been able to tell us where the wedding dress is.
I got a hunch he knows a lot more.
Ma! Hey, Ma! Come on, hurry up. That's the second time they rung for us.
They'll just have to ring. I can't budge Millie Lou an inch.
Keep him waiting any longer, and his folks will call the whole thing off.
Paul, they couldn't.
Oh, couldn't they? They're plumb disgusted with all this wedding dress nonsense. So am I.
Millie Lou, please wear this dress. We can't wait any longer. Do you want to be jilted, dino maid? It's bad luck to postpone the wedding.
I can't help it, Ma. That dress is just as much a part of getting married as a wedding ring. Oh, stop ringing those bells. I can't understand it. My bill's never been this late before.
Millie Lou! Millie Lou!
Bill!
Etch. All right, shut up. We're coming. Hey, come on up there. What's keeping you now?
She's coming, she's coming. Oh, Bill. She's beautiful. Look. Thank you, Marshal. Thank you.
Oh, careful there. You get yourself all hoarse. I've been riding quite a spell.
Come on, let's go.
Now, as soon as you're finished with Marshal Nix, you get right on over to the church.
Marshal Nix?
Oh, yes, he's been waiting for you since day before yesterday. Now, you be patient with him.
I told you I'd wire Marshal Nix, and here he is.
Did you get the dress?
Yes, sir.
If you'd gone after Doolin, you'd have had him instead, wouldn't you?
Yes, sir. I think so.
Tillman, of all the officers in my command, you are the one man I felt sure I could always depend on. I assigned you to this Doolin case knowing that you'd stick to it, forever if need be, but that you'd get that man sure as death. Now, just when you practically got your hands on him, you go flying off without rhyme or reason to look for some silly wedding dress. I've got 160 men in my command, and if they all went gallivanting around doing just as they pleased, I'm sorry, Tillman. You leave me no alternative.
Marshal Nix?
Yes, what is it?
I thought this was important, so I brought it right over.
This is great. Through capture of Roberts, have obtained names of all Confederates and cleaned up mail robbery ring. Now that's what I call perfect police work. Quick, silent, deadly. No fuss or feathers. Congratulations to Bill Tillman for a brilliant job. Signed, John Harlan, Postal Inspector. Well, it's like they say. Give a man luck, and he can have soup for brains.
Yes, sir.
But don't you ever do it again.
Now, wait a minute. What about Doolin?
Yes,
I just got time to make that eastbound train for Eureka, if I hurry.
Marshal Nix, will you tell this stubborn mule that no one man can take Doolin? I say send a posse, a big posse, and go in there shooting.
Oh, you might as well put it in the papers and go in with a brass band. Even going alone, I may be recognized.
No.
Well, maybe I ought to use a disguise.
Disguise?
Yeah. You're just about my size.
Now, wait a minute, Tillman.
Marshal, you shouldn't allow this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for my bill.
You went that away.
Well, for heaven's sake. Here, I brought you a piece of wedding cake.
Not now, honey. I'm in a big hurry.
Mrs. Tillman, would you please tell this husband of yours it's ridiculous trying to take Doolin single-handed. He'll get his head blown off.
It's suicide.
If my bill says he can do it, he can do it.
Bye, honey.
I'll bet he brings Doolin back alive at that.
My bill can do anything.
And he did. You must have been very proud of your husband, Mrs. Tillman.
I still am. There'll never be another man like my Bill.
Sure you've heard of Lady Godiva, who, according to legend, rode naked through the streets of Coventry. The hero of our story tonight is a man, a young newspaper reporter by the name of Sam Swift. And the streets are those of a western city in the early 1900s. But you'll soon see why Sam became known as Mr. Godiva.
Sam.
Marjorie, darling.
No, Sam, you shouldn't. You haven't received Father's permission yet.
Sweetheart, all I need is your permission.
No, Sam, it's not proper.
All right, I'll see your father. State my intentions.
Marjorie! In here, Father. Here's your chance. There's no time like the present.
Hello, baby. I brought... Oh, hello, Swift.
Good afternoon, sir.
You gentlemen know each other? Mr. Norman Cates of the Sierra National Bank. Sam Swift.
Of the Daily Bulletin.
How do you do?
Oh, Norman, did you drive Father home in your new Pierce Arrow?
Why, yes, I did.
I'd love to see it. Will you show it to me?
I'd be delighted.
Excuse us. Oh, Father, Sam has something to ask you. Come on, Norman.
I guess you know what I'm going to say, Mr. Delafield.
I do.
I hope I have your permission, sir.
You don't.
I don't.
Until I'm clear on a few points. What are your prospects, Swift?
Of persuading her? Good.
Of supporting her?
Oh, well, I'll do my best, sir.
Let's see. The newspaper reporter you make $25 a week, isn't it?
30, sir.
That table you're sitting on costs 20 times as much. Furnishings in this room alone represent many thousands of dollars, and there are 19 other rooms in the house.
Well, surely, sir. You don't expect a young son-in-law to provide a setup like this.
No, but I'd want the assurance that he could someday. Well, a fellow like Norman Cates has prospects. He's heading for the presidency of his bank.
Well, If it's money you want, I'll make it, plenty of it.
That isn't as easy as it sounds.
I don't agree, sir. Money's one of the easiest things in the world to come by. You started with nothing. You were a hard rock miner in Virginia City. I know your whole story. It's on file in the morgue over at the Bulletin.
And apparently you're not impressed.
On the contrary. It just bears out my belief that in this country of ours, all a man needs is a little imagination, some enterprise, and he can become rich, practically overnight.
It has taken me my entire life to accumulate a fortune. You have no idea,
Mr. Delafield, I'll bet you that I can start out tomorrow with absolutely nothing. Not a penny to my name, not a stitch on my back.
Naked?
Naked. And in 3 days...
You'd be arrested in 3 minutes for indecent exposure.
Let me finish. In 3 days, I can earn enough by my own honest efforts to wear an Antonio suit like yours. Eat in the finest restaurant in town. Drive a Winton automobile and $1,000 in the bank.
Say that again. $1,000 in the bank. A Winton automobile.
Custom clothes by Antonio. Meals in the finest restaurant in town.
In the space of 3 days, young fella, you've got yourself a bet.
And if I succeed?
You can marry all the daughters I've got.
I'll settle for Marjorie. Thank you, Mr. Delafield. I knew you were a gambler. You'd never gotten as far as you did if you weren't.
When are you going to start, Horatio Alger?
Tomorrow morning. 9 o'clock. Palace Hotel, room 202.
I'll have a committee on hand to see that you abide by the rules.
You're privileged, sir.
One other stipulation.
Yes?
Marjorie is to know nothing of this wager.
Agreed. Good day, sir.
Sam, you're off your trolley.
Maybe.
But what do you want to do it for?
Ah, my business. Your business is news, and I'm giving you a story.
If you've got the nerve to go through with it.
Then I can have the next 3 days off then, Chief? Thanks.
You mean you're really going to appear in public like a newly hatched egg?
You be at the front door of the Palace Hotel tomorrow morning at 9:30 with your camera, and you'll see. Come in.
Mr. Swift?
Ah, Mr. Delafield's committee. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Allow me to introduce Judge Downey.
How to do, sir?
Dr. Ryder.
Dr. Ryder.
How do you know?
My name is Bascom. I'm the manager of this hotel.
How do you do? Well, gentlemen, I think you're 5 minutes early, or else my watch is slow. Oh, Mr. Bascom.
Yes?
You'd be kind enough to do me the favor of keeping this in the hotel safe?
Yes.
And my wallet? There's $3 there. Now, you gentlemen all know the conditions of the agreement?
We do.
Well, I may as well get started. This won't take long. How's the weather outside?
Thermometer read 52 this morning.
Any people on the street?
Not too many.
There will be. Well, gentlemen, I'm ready for the inspection, and you will have your admission fee ready.
Admission?
Certainly. You don't think you're going to see me for nothing, do you? Cost each of you 4 bets.
50 cents.
Mr. Delafield never mentioned this.
No.
An oversight on his part.
Well, we can't inspect him without looking.
And we can't look without paying.
So, I guess we may as well pay.
There you are, sir.
Smile. Thank you. Thanks, boy. Thank you. All right, gentlemen. How about it, Doc?
Naked as the day you were born.
Judge?
Verdict? Naked.
Mr. Bascom?
September morn himself.
Thank you, gentlemen. I'll be with you in a second. Well, I'm on my way.
Hey, you're not naked.
Well, I was. You testified to that.
That's right. He did start out naked.
You are stealing one of our towels.
I am renting this towel from the hotel, sir, for 25 cents. Money which I honestly earned. Another stipulation of my agreement with Mr. Delafield. Well, pardon me. Good day, gentlemen.
Sam, hold it.
That should be a beaut. Now, would you care to make a statement for the press?
Yeah, a note for the fashion editor. Skin is being worn with goose pimples this season.
Yes. Anything else?
Yeah. You may quote me as saying that now I know how Lady Godiva felt when she took her famous ride. See you, Ernie. Good morning.
Well, my friend, looks like you came into the right place.
Yeah, just in time, too.
Somebody steal your clothes?
No, I gave them away.
Oh, now you want a nice new outfit, huh?
That's right. What have you got for $1.25?
$1.25? That's a joke. Why, that wouldn't even buy you a necktie.
That's all I've got to spend.
Well, then, my friend, you came to the wrong place. This is high-class tailor shop.
Well, if you have no suit within my price range, I'll have to make my own.
You get out of here before I lose my temper.
Just a minute, Mr.
Tu sei pazzo, figlio mio. You get out.
Antonio, you believe in advertising.
You get out or I'll call the police.
How would you like to have 5,000 people outside your store today? Have your name, a picture of your shop on the front page of every newspaper in the city? Everybody talking about Antonio suits. $1 million worth of publicity for free.
For free?
Uh-huh.
How do I get it?
Well, loan me some scissors. Sell me 6 yards of brown wrapping paper, some needles and thread, and a few buttons for $1.25, and you'll see.
$1 million worth to advertise?
That's right.
For free?
Uh-huh.
I'll do it.
Sam Swift, as he emerged from the Palace Hotel this morning to brave the asphalt streets, chilly weather, city cops, and the hazards of traffic.
How perfectly disgusting. The man must be demented. No one in his right mind would do a thing like that, would they, Marcus?
Well, it's a bit unusual.
He must have amnesia or something.
You know these newspaper men, anything for publicity.
But why? What could he possibly gain by it?
Well, why do men sit on flagpoles or jump out of balloons?
Well, I never could understand.
Where is he now?
At the hour of going to press, Mr. Swift was sitting in the window of Antonio's tailor shop, cutting out paper downs.
How's this for a suit made out of paper? What do you think, huh?
I still think you are crazy, but I love you like my own brother. Look at that crowd out there. I never had such publicity in all my life. Never. Just for that, Mr. Swift, I'm going to make you a suit myself. The best suit in the house. Real goods.
Well, I still haven't got a cent to my name, Mr. Antonio.
That's for free, no charge.
That's what I've been waiting to hear. I'll be in for it tomorrow.
I'll be ready for you.
Good. Oh, take care of my towel for me, will you?
Sure, sure. What are you going to do now?
Sally forth and find some way to make $1,000.
Be careful, that crowd don't start to grabbing souvenirs of your paper suit.
Souvenirs! Oh! Thank you, brother. For giving me an idea. Front page, Ernie?
Did you? Take a look at this.
What, you want me to autograph this paper as a souvenir of the occasion? Why, certainly, sir. Happy to do it. There you are, sir.
I don't want your order.
$1. Oh, no, sir. Happy to do it for only a quarter. And hand it over. Oh, one at a time, folks. Don't push. Have your quarters ready. Here, Ernie, you be cashier. Put the quarter in the hat. That's right. Thank you.
Sam, you really cleaned up.
Mr. Swift de la Grande, you're a financial genius.
Well, now, Sam, you're not going to carry all this money around with you, are you?
No, I'm going to put it in the bank. I know exactly the right one. The Sierra National. I take it to Mr. Norman Cates, assistant manager in charge of new accounts.
He made me the laughingstock of the entire bank, standing there barefooted with that ridiculous paper suit. I shall never live it down.
$767.50 in the space of a couple of hours.
Just goes to prove what fools people can be, to pay whatever he asked.
25 cents.
How do you know?
Well, I just happened to be in the neighborhood and I got caught in the crowd.
Don't tell me you bought his autograph, Eliza.
Well, I don't think it's funny. I don't think any of it's funny.
The boy's a financial wizard.
He's a cheap exhibitionist. If you pardon me, sir.
I agree with Mr. Cates. To think that he's been in this house, in this very room,
Why, yes.
calling upon Marjorie.
Well, whoever put him up to this ought to be ashamed of himself.
His editor, most likely, to boost sales.
Father, call the Bulletin up and tell them just what you think of them.
That it's yellow journalism.
You bought a paper yourself, my dear.
Well, where is Sam now? Does anybody know?
Hi, Chief.
What's the latest?
He's in the park. Cooking himself some supper. Says he's going to spend the night there, on a bench.
After making all that money selling autographs?
Says he's got to save that for something else.
Has he given you any idea as to why he's doing all this?
So he closes up like a clam whenever I ask him.
Well, he's still front page copy. Did you get any more pictures?
Nope. He's put his foot down.
What?
Says from now on, anybody who photographs him has to pay $100 a shot.
Well, pay him. I said pay him. Man alive, it's worth $500. Get that clam and get back there.
Okay, Chief. Hold it.
Here you are.
20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Thank you. Every little bit helps. Need any more pictures? Look me up. Guess I'll call it a day.
Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Smith. I am Pierre de Chinon, a friend of Monsieur Antonio.
Oh, yes. How do you do?
I own Maxime's restaurant on Front Street. You know the place?
Sure, everybody does. The finest restaurant in town. Those that can afford it.
Monsieur Sweet, I would be most happy if you would be the guest of Maxime's.
Well, thank you, but I've already had my supper, beans and bacon.
Tomorrow, then, and the next day, and the day after that. Monsieur Swift, you shall have carte blanche at Maxime's any time you wish.
I won't have to eat in the window.
No, Monsieur Swift. I shall give you the best table, and I shall tell everybody Maxime's is where Sam Swift, the nature man, eats. They will fight for reservations. They will want the menus autographed.
Oh, no more autographs.
You will come then without autograph?
Oh, I'd be delighted.
Thank you, Mrs. Swift. And now I go to tell my chef to create a new dish, Name for you.
Why, make it spare ribs. I'll like a diver.
Now, Sam, what is all this about? Come on, break down. What's the reason behind all this?
Well, I told you. I'm trying to prove that America is the land of opportunity.
All right, but what's your reason?
Ernie, do you ever sleep under newspapers? Quite an art to it. Let me show you. Observe. Sports section, I wrap around my feet. Want ads? Around my knees. Society section, around my hips. Cooking hints, over the stomach. Advice to the lovelorn, over the heart. And so, my dear friends, I bid you one and all a fond good night. Marjorie!
I'm not where you were. I asked a policeman.
What, do you think it's proper to visit a man in his bedroom?
Sam, this joke has gone far enough. Nobody has a right to exploit you like this.
I'm not being exploited.
You're coming back with me right now.
Back where?
Why, to our house, where you can have a good hot bath and some dinner. Father will...
So your father sent you?
No,
You tell your father from me I'm not calling my dogs off, understand? I've come this far in this thing, I'm seeing it through.
Sam, dear.
And don't you try to tempt me.
Sam, listen to me, please. Norman's waiting right over there with his automobile. He'll drive you.
Norman, now I know it's a plot to put me out of the running. I'm not budging.
You are an exhibitionist of the most vulgar sort. You just want to make the headlines, bask in the limelight. Well, I think it's disgusting. Brave to death out here. Get yourself arrested. I don't care. I hope I never see or hear of you again. You eccentric.
Marjorie!
Norman, I said that I couldn't give you an answer, but my mind's made up. I will marry you.
Oh, Marjorie.
Now, I'd like to look at some hats.
Oh, we have a complete selection. All kinds. Derbies, fedoras.
I don't like those. Let's try the skimmer, see how it looks.
No, Mr. Swift. This way.
Aha.
Huh?
Hey, Sam, there's a fella outside with an automobile for you.
An automobile?
Ernie, what do you think of this hat?
It's a Winton.
I know.
You bought a Wyndham?
Oh, no, I can't afford an expensive car like that.
Someday you will.
Let's hope. Meanwhile, the company, at my suggestion, is giving me the use of one of their new models in return for my endorsement.
Mr. Swift, you're killing me. Yesterday you ducked in here just ahead of the police wearing a towel. And today you drive away in a Wyndham and wearing an Antonio suit.
Tony, all it takes is a little imagination and some enterprise.
And plenty of nerve.
That helps, too.
Oh, Marjorie, this is wonderful. I'll give a big tea to announce it, and I think a June wedding would be lovely.
Father, you haven't said a word yet.
Oh, well, well, this is all so sudden, it's kind of taken my breath away.
Oh, if you knew what a comfort this was, Norman. I may call you Norman, mayn't I?
Why, certainly, Mother.
To know that our little girl is going to be in such good hands.
It's Sam.
I won't see him. I'll tell the butler to refuse him. We're not at home.
No, I've got to see him.
Then you can see him alone.
Yes, I do not care to have any further words with him. Come, dear.
Now, look, you can't leave me to face him all by myself.
Why?
Well, it wouldn't be good manners for you all to walk out.
I hardly think Mr. Swift would be concerned with manners.
But you don't understand.
Hello, everybody. Well, I made it, Mr. Delafield, and faster than I thought I would, too. 30 hours instead of 3 days.
You have clothes on.
A genuine Antonio. And $1,000 in the bank, and a Winton at the curb.
A Winton?
Yes. I prefer it to the Pierce Herald. The manager at Maxime's is reserving a table for 2 for me this evening. Will you give me the pleasure of your company, Miss Delafield?
Sam,
My fiancée and I are dining together this evening.
Fiancée?
It's true.
and we're all very happy about it.
I'm sorry, Sam. I had no idea she'd get engaged to anyone else so soon.
Father, what are you talking about?
Sam and I made a bet.
And you lost?
Yes, I lost. I lost to son-in-law who's one of the greatest go-getters this country has ever seen. A man I could take into my company, trained to succeed me.
Marcus, will you please stop raving and explain?
Sam bet me that he could start with nothing, but nothing, and end up in 3 days like this.
And the stakes?
Permission to court you.
Marcus, how could you? So that was the reason. Sam, why didn't you tell me?
It's part of the bargain. Well, my congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
I hope you'll be very happy.
Sam, wait!
Let him go, Marjorie.
Let him go. Why would you have done what he did? Go through what he has just to win me? You know you wouldn't. You wouldn't even appear on the street without a necktie. Sam!
There he is now. He's cranking up the automobile.
Maybe she will catch up to him.
Come on, Margie. Hurry up or he'll get away.
Sam, I wanted to explain.
Nothing to say, Marjorie.
But you don't understand.
I'd rather not hear it.
They're arguing. Oh, now she's climbing in beside him.
Good.
She's throwing her arms around him.
In public.
That's my girl.
They're kissing.
Good going, Mr. Godiva.
There, Mother.
Don't mother me.
And the moral of this story is, if you want a thing badly enough in a country like ours, there's generally some way of getting it honestly.
প্রথম চ্যালেঞ্জ উৎসবের স্বাদ এবং দ্বিতীয় চ্যালেঞ্জ স্বাদের বিশ্ব ভ্রমণ, এই দুই চ্যালেঞ্জ মিলিয়ে টপ 20 থেকে বটম 2 কিন্তু আজকে এই মঞ্চ থেকে এলিমিনেট হবে। আজকে আমাদের 10 জন প্রতিযোগী একজন করে আসবেন, আপনাদের রেসিপিগুলো কালেক্ট করবেন। প্লিজ চলে আসুন আপনারা।
এবার তো খুব আগ্রহ বেড়ে গেল কার কি রেসিপি সেটা জানার জন্য। সবাই সবার রেসিপি পেয়ে গেছেন, এবার আমাদের সবার আগ্রহ বেড়ে গেছে যে আপনাদের রেসিপিগুলো কি সেটা জানার জন্য।
প্রথমে আমরা জানতে চাইবো উর্মি, আপনি কি পেয়েছেন রেসিপি?
চিকেন পাই উইথ পেঞ্জেস, ক্রিমি মাছ অ্যান্ড সতে পিয়াজ।
এবার জানতে চাইবো শাফায়াতের কাছে।
আমি আজকে পেয়েছি স্পাইসড বিফ অ্যান্ড অ্যাপ্রিকট টেগিন উইথ টোস্টেড অ্যালমন্ড অ্যান্ড কুসকুস।
রূপা,
আমি আজকে পেয়েছি চিকেন পেপার বিফ, বকচয় অ্যান্ড হোমমেড নুডলস রামেন।
জিনাত, আজকের কি আছে দেখি।
আমি আজকে পেয়েছি রোস্টেড টমেটো অ্যান্ড চিজ স্টাফ ক্রিস্পি চিকেন বেস্ট উইথ মাশরুম রিসোটো।
সাইমা, দেখি তোমার ভাগ্যে কি আছে।
আমি আজকে পেয়েছি লেমন গ্রাস স্কোয়ার্ট প্রন বলস উইথ প্রন বিস্ক ইন এ হোমমেড ব্রেড বোল।
অসিত, তোমার কি কি রেসিপি পেয়েছো একটু শুনি।
Spiced beef and date empandas with green pea hummus and tamarind glaze.
নেক্সট, নাশিতা, আপনি কি রেসিপি পেয়েছেন আজকে?
আমি পেয়েছি সুইট অ্যাপেল অ্যান্ড ব্যানানা টফি পাই উইথ হানি অরেঞ্জ ড্যাটসন।
নসিন মুবাশিরা, কি রেসিপি পেয়েছেন আজকে?
আমি পেয়েছি স্পাইসি তেরিয়াকি চিকেন উইথ গার্লিক ব্রোকলি অ্যান্ড লেয়ার্ড ইন বাউ।
মুনিম, আপনি কি রেসিপি পেয়েছেন?
আমি আজকে পেয়েছি ডার্ক চকলেট অ্যান্ড চিলি মুজ ডার্ট উইথ স্ট্রবেরি কোলিজ অ্যান্ড ক্যারামেল পপকর্ন টপিং কোকোয়া টার্ট শেল।
মুনিমকে নিয়ে আসলে খুব টেনশনে আছি যে কোনোভাবে যেন মুনিম আজকে ভালোটা করে ফেলে, তো তাহলে হয়তো আমি আজকে টেনশন থেকে কিছুটা রিলিফ হব।
জাজেস, বাকি রয়েছে শুধু কুমো, এটা একটু আমি জানি।
আমি খুব এক্সাইটেড তার রেসিপি জানার জন্য।
আমিও। কুমো, আপনার রেসিপি কি?
হানি জিঞ্জার মিন্স বিফ অ্যান্ড ব্রকলি স্টির ফ্রাই উইথ ক্রিসপি হোমমেড মোজারেলা নাচোস।
কুমু, কালকের রেসিপিটা আপনি দেখেছেন এন্ড আজকের রেসিপিটা আপনার হাতে আছে, কোনটা মনে হয় বেটার করতে পারতেন?
গতকালকেটা আমার প্রেজেন্টেশন আমি করলে একটু অন্যভাবে করতাম, কিন্তু আমি ওইটাতে দুইটা জিনিসে একটু কনফিউজ ছিলাম, যার কারণে আমি করতে চাইনি এটা। আর আজকে নাচোসও আমরা সবাই পছন্দ করি এবং এইটাও আমি করতে পারবো।
নাইস, গুড লাক কুমু।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
পার্টিসিপেন্টস, গত পর্বের মতোই কুকিংয়ের জন্য থাকবে হলো 2 আওয়ার্স, মানে 2 ঘন্টা। আর আমাদের রাঁধুনি গ্রোসারি শপের জন্য থাকছে 15 মিনিট। সবশেষে কস্টিং এবং ক্লিনিংয়ের জন্য থাকছে 15 মিনিট।
সবাইকে আবার একটু মনে করিয়ে দিতে চাই, আমাদের প্রথম চ্যালেঞ্জ উৎসবের স্বাদ এবং দ্বিতীয় চ্যালেঞ্জ স্বাদের বিশ্ব ভ্রমণ, এই 2 চ্যালেঞ্জ মিলিয়ে টপ 20 থেকে বটম 2 কিন্তু আজকে এই মঞ্চ থেকে এলিমিনেট হবে।
আর এর সাথে আমি অ্যাড করতে চাই, আপনাদের আজকের চ্যালেঞ্জটা শুধু এটার জন্যই হবে না যে আমি এলিমিনেটেড হব না, আপনাদেরকে ফাইট করতে হবে টপ 9-এ যাওয়ার জন্য। কারণ আমি আগেও বলেছি, টপ 9-এ যখন যাবেন আপনাদের নেক্সট এপিসোডে, নেক্সট চ্যালেঞ্জে অ্যাডভান্টেজ থাকবে র্যাঙ্ক ওয়াইজ।
আসলে আমাদের কোনো প্ল্যানিং ছিলই না কাউকে এলিমিনেট করার। কিন্তু
আপনাকে টপ 9-এ আসতে হবে, অ্যান্ড আপনি যখন টপ 9-এ আসবেন তখন আপনার জন্য র্যাঙ্কিং ওয়াইজ অনেক অ্যাডভান্টেজেস থাকবে।
কুমু, চলে আসুন।
আমাদের শেরাধুনির ট্রেডিশন অনুযায়ী there's this black scarf যেটা আমাদের টপ স্কোরার অলওয়েজ পায়। কংগ্রাচুলেশনস।
কংগ্রাচুলেশনস।
আমি প্রথম চ্যালেঞ্জে ব্ল্যাক স্কার্ফ পেয়েছি। আমি আমার এই ব্ল্যাক স্কার্ফ বাই স্কোরিং বার মার্কটা আমি যেটা সেট করেছি এটা আমি মেনটেন করার চেষ্টা করব।
নাতাশা, আপনি কিছু বলতে চান মুনিমকে নিয়ে?
আমি আসলে অনেক বেশি এক্সপেকটেশন ছিল আমার, বাট ওনার নার্ভাসনেস ছিল অনেক বেশি। তারপর ভেবেছিলাম যে কিছু একটা বেটার হবে, বাট আনফরচুনেটলি সে আসলে ওভাবে করতে পারে।
ওকে, মুনিম কিছু বলতে চান?
আমার নিজের কাছ থেকে এক্সপেকটেশন এর চেয়ে ভালো ছিল, আনফরচুনেটলি আমি আমার মতো করে আউটকামটা দিতে পারিনি।
ওকে, এখন স্কোরটা আমরা দেখে নিই। লেটস হ্যাভ আ লুক। 15.2 out of 30. ওয়েল, আজকে আমরা জেনে গেছি আমাদের 10 পার্টিসিপেন্টসের স্কোর, এবং আজকের টপার হচ্ছেন নাশিতা বাশার। কংগ্রাচুলেশনস। আউট অফ 30, 26.6। আমাদের প্রথম চ্যালেঞ্জ উৎসবের স্বাদ, এবং দুদিন কিন্তু শেষ হয়েছে, তো 2 পর্ব মিলিয়ে আমাদের হাইয়েস্ট স্কোরার হচ্ছে কুমু। কংগ্রাচুলেশনস। আউট অফ 30, 27.2। এবার 2 বটম 2 পেয়ে গেছি, যারা দুজন আজ এই মহামঞ্চ থেকে বাড়ি ফিরবে। আমরা স্ক্রিনে চোখ রাখবো এবং দেখে নেব কোন দুজন বাড়ি ফিরছেন। লেটস হ্যাভ এ লুক। ডক্টর মুনিম হোসাইন আউট অফ 30 পেয়েছেন 15.2, শারমিন সাবা লিনা তিনি পেয়েছেন আউট অফ 30 15.6। ডাক্তার মুনিম, আপনি আজকে বলতে গেলে দ্বিতীয় জীবন পেয়েছিলেন, কারণ গত পর্বে যখন আপনি আসলে একটা রেসিপি পেলেন সেটা ছিল কুমুর রেসিপি, যে রেসিপি দিয়ে তিনি কিন্তু প্রথম চ্যালেঞ্জের হাইয়েস্ট স্কোরার হয়েছেন, এবং আপনি সেটা করতে পারবেন না বলেই কিন্তু আমাদের বিজ্ঞ বিচারকেরা সেটা পরিবর্তন করেছিলেন, কারণ রেসিপিটা বুঝতে সমস্যা হচ্ছিল আপনার। সো আজকে ছিল আপনার জন্য সেকেন্ড চান্স, এবং খুব একটা কঠিন রেসিপি আপনি পাননি, বাট সেই আশানুরূপ আউটপুটটা আপনার কাছ থেকে আমরা পাইনি। একই সাথে লিনা, মোরগ পোলাও ছিল আপনার রেসিপি, বাট সেই মোরগ পোলাওয়ের প্রপার কালারই আসেনি আপনার, খাবারটা পুরোটাই তেতো। আপনার যিনি মেন্টর ছিলেন তিনিও সেই কথা বলেছেন। আমি ঠিক জানি না, হাত কিন্তু মাইমুনারও কেটে গিয়েছিল, বাট মাইমুনা খুব গুড পারফরমেন্স দিয়েছে। সো এটা একটা মহামঞ্চ, মহামঞ্চে টিকে থাকতে হলে আপনাকে প্রতিটা সেকেন্ড লড়াই করতে হবে। ওকে, তার মানে আমাদের সেরা 20 থেকে আজ বিদায় নিচ্ছেন দুজন। তারা হলেন ফরিদপুরের ডক্টর মুনিম এবং সেই সাথে রাজশাহীর লিনা। এবার ছাড়তে হচ্ছে মহামঞ্চ, কিন্তু অবশ্যই নেক্সট টাইম বেটার লাক। এক মিনিট লিনা এবং ডক্টর মুনিম, আপনি আপনার জায়গায় যান প্লিজ। আপনিও চলে আসুন। আমার কিছু কথা ছিল। সবাইকেই এরকম বাজে পারফরমেন্সের জন্যই কিন্তু স্কোর কম পাবে এবং এই মঞ্চ ছেড়ে চলে যেতে হবে। কিন্তু এই ঈদের সময় আসলে আমাদের কোনো প্ল্যানিং ছিলই না কাউকে এলিমিনেট করার। কিন্তু পরবর্তীতে সেটা আর হবে না। তবে এই দুই পর্ব উৎসবের স্বাদ এবং আগামী থিম যেটা থাকছে, এই দুটো থিম মিলিয়ে আপনাদের স্কোর কিউমুলেটিভ করে যে বটম 2 থাকছেন তারা অবশ্যই এলিমিনেট হচ্ছেন।
আসলে অনেক কিছুই তো হলো, অনেক নাটকীয়তা। ভাগ্য নির্ধারণ করার আরেকটা সুযোগ কিন্তু এখানে সবাই পেয়ে গেলে তোমরা, যারা লোয়েস্ট স্কোরার আমি বলবো। নেক্সটে কিন্তু এটা আর থাকছে না।
নেক্সট এপিসোডে, সিরিজ অফ এপিসোডে 20 থেকে 18 হয়ে যাবে, and then you will be divided into 18. Top 9 হওয়াটা is very important for you guys, for everyone. আপনাদের ফাইট এটা হতে পারে না যে আমি জাস্ট সার্ভাইভ করব। আপনাকে টপ 9 এ আসতে হবে, and আপনি যখন টপ 9 এ আসবেন তখন আপনার জন্য র্যাঙ্কিং ওয়াইজ অনেক অ্যাডভান্টেজেস থাকবে।
কুমু, চলে আসুন।
আমাদের শেয়ার আধুনিক ট্রেডিশন অনুযায়ী there is this black scarf যেটা আমাদের টপ স্কোরার অলওয়েজ পায়। কংগ্রাচুলেশনস।
কংগ্রাচুলেশনস।
আমি প্রথম চ্যালেঞ্জে ব্ল্যাক স্কার্ফ পেয়েছি। আমি আমার এই ব্ল্যাক স্কার্ফ বাই স্কোরিং বার মার্কটা আমি যেটা সেট করেছি এটা আমি মেনটেন করার চেষ্টা করব নিজের জন্য।
কংগ্রাচুলেশনস। আরও একবার আপনার জায়গায় চলে যাবেন।
সবচেয়ে বেশি এক্সাইটেড ছিলাম আপনাদের রেসিপি ট্রাই করার জন্য, বাট ফর সাম রিজন আজকের রেসিপিটা পারফেক্ট হয়নি।
আমি বলবো না খুব খারাপ, প্লেটিংটা খুব সিম্পলের মধ্যে ভালো লাগছে। ঘি ভাতটা আমার কাছে সবচেয়ে বেশি ইন্টারেস্টিং লেগেছে।
নারায়ণগঞ্জের নিশাদ, বরিশালের নওশীন।
আমাদের রেসিপি হচ্ছে আমরা করেছি লাল চালে ঘি ভাত আর এখানে করেছি হচ্ছে চিংড়ি নারিকেলের থোড়ের ঝোল করেছি, আর সেটা দুজনেই করেছি, মোচার বড়া।
আচ্ছা, এইটা কি প্রনের যেটা করা হয়েছে কারি না? পিসগুলো এরকম স্কোয়ার কেন করেছো?
বাসাতে এরকম ঝোল করি তখন এই বাইক সাইজটাই করে করা হয়।
একটু ক্রাঞ্চি হয়, মানে থোড়ের যে একটু মানে কামড় দিলে একটু
সাধারণত হয় একটু পাতলা পাতলা স্লাইস, এটা কিন্তু বেশ মানে কিউব একটা সাইজ, বেশ ক্রাঞ্চিনেস অনেক বেশি। কি ফিশ?
ফিশ ডিপটা দিয়েছি আমরা, বিফ কিমাটা।
বিফ কিমা দিয়েছো? বিফ কিমা আর কলার মোচা।
কলার মোচাটা আমরা হচ্ছে প্রথমে কলার মোচার ভিতরে তো একটা মানে এর মতো থাকে, কষ থাকে বা যেটা থাকে, এটার জন্য আমরা একটু হলুদ আর লবণ দিয়ে মাখায় রেখেছিলাম। দেন হচ্ছে এটা একটু ব্লান্স করে তারপর ব্লেন্ড করে নিয়েছি। সাথে একটু টেস্ট আনার জন্য আমরা অল্প পরিমাণ কিমাটা ইউজ করেছি।
ভালো ছিল, কিন্তু আমার কাছে কিউবটা মনে হয় যেন কিউবটা না দিয়ে পাতলা স্লাইসটা খেতে মুখে ভাল লাগে। কিউবটা অনেক বেশি পরিমাণে ক্রাঞ্চিনেস আছে, আর যেহেতু প্রনটা সফট, দুটোর মধ্যে আমার লেমনের ফ্লেভারটা, পাতার ফ্লেভারটা অসুবিধা লাগছে। ওকে ম্যাম, থ্যাংক ইউ। তারপরে গুড ট্রাই হবে।
টিম এফ, আমি আজকে সবচেয়ে বেশি এক্সাইটেড ছিলাম আপনাদের রেসিপি ট্রাই করার জন্য, বাট ফর সাম রিজন আজকের রেসিপিটা পারফেক্ট হয়নি।
আমি আর কি বলবো, মানে যেখানে আপনি টপ স্কোরার ছিলেন আর আপনি নিজেই আপনার পার্টনারকে বেছে নিয়েছেন আর আপনার অনেক সুযোগ সুবিধা ছিল, সেখান থেকে দুজন মিলে দুজনের কম্বিনেশনে, আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিংয়ে এই মহামঞ্চে এসে আরও একটু মানে থাকে না, আশা বেড়ে যায়, আপনাদের প্রতি সেই আশাটা বেড়ে গিয়েছিল। আমি বলবো না খুব খারাপ, প্লেটিংটা খুব সিম্পলের মধ্যে ভালো লাগছে। ঘি ভাতটা আমার কাছে সবচেয়ে বেশি ইন্টারেস্টিং লেগেছে। বড়াটা সল্টটা ব্যালেন্স হলে এটা খুবই একটা পারফেক্ট বড়া হতো, কারণ এটার মধ্যে মনে হয় একটু লেমন পাতা দিয়েছেন, তাই না? একটু লেমন জেস্ট দিয়েছেন, এটার ফ্লেভারগুলো আসছে, মুখে পাওয়া যাচ্ছে। জাস্ট সল্টিটা একটু বেশি হয়ে যাওয়াতে সব কিছু মিলিয়ে কেমন যেন একটা হয়েছে। থ্যাংক ইউ।
কস্টিং ঠিক আছে নিশাদ?
থ্যাংক ইউ নিশাদ এবং নৌশিন। আজকে আমি করেছি স্পাইসি তেরিয়াকি চিকেন উইথ গার্লিক ব্রকলি লেয়ার্ড ইন বাও।
আমার কাছে অসাম লেগেছে।
আজকে আমার ছিল ডার্ক চকলেট অ্যান্ড চিলি মুস্টার্ড উইথ স্ট্রবেরি কোলিজ অ্যান্ড ক্যারামেলাইজ পপকর্ন অন টপ।
ভেতরের জিনিসটা খেলাম তখন খুবই ভালো লাগছিল, ফ্লেভারফুল, অনেক মজা লাগছে। বাট সাইডটা নিয়ে যখন কেটে খেয়েছি তখন এই যে ঝামেলাটা হচ্ছে,
পোড়ার কারণে কাটাও যাচ্ছিল না, ঝুরঝুর করে পড়ে যাচ্ছিল।
বরিশালের নওশিন, আপনার খাবার নিয়ে চলে আসুন।
আজকে আমি করেছি স্পাইসি তেরিয়াকি চিকেন উইথ গার্লিক ব্রকলি লেয়ার্ড ইন বাও।
প্লেটিংটা ইনিশিয়ালি দেখে একটু মেসি মনে হয়, এত কিছু না দিলেও হতো, নিট লাগতো একটু। বাউটা ইউজুয়ালি একটু ফ্লাফি হয় বাট কনস্ট্রেন ছিল, সো গুড ট্রাই। বাও হয়েছে এমনি, বাট আর একটু রেখে দিলে ডোটা একটু ফ্লাফি হতো। আপনি টেরিয়াকি সসে গোচুজাংটা যদি সরিয়ে দিতেন would have been much better. হ্যাঁ, teriyaki is a Japanese sauce, gochujang is a Korean flavor. Other than that, it's okay, it's a good try. ভালো ছিল।
একটা নতুন রেসিপি ট্রাই করেছো, মোটামুটি
আমার কাছে অসাম লেগেছে, এক্সেলেন্ট।
কস্টিং নোশন ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালি ঠিক আছে, বাট ওভারঅল প্লেটিংয়ের কস্টিংটা দিয়ে দিবেন, ঠিক আছে? সব কিছু ইন্ডিভিজুয়াল কস্টিংটা ঠিক আছে, রাইট, বাট ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালি আর সেলিং প্রাইস দিতে হবে না, ঠিক আছে? থ্যাংক ইউ।
এবারে আজকের দিনটি যার জন্য ডু অর ডাই, ডক্টর মুনিম ফরিদপুরের, চলে আসুন আপনার খাবার নিয়ে।
আজকে আমার ছিল ডার্ক চকলেট অ্যান্ড চিলি মুস্টার্ড উইথ স্ট্রবেরি কোলিজ অ্যান্ড ক্যারামেলাইজ পপকর্ন অন টপ।
এটাতে কি প্রবলেম?
ভেঙে যাচ্ছে।
এই কালারটা আসলো কিভাবে?
কোকো পাউডার।
কালো রংটা কিভাবে এসেছে?
একটু কি বার্ন হয়েছে? আপনি একটাও খেয়ে
একটা টোটাল আমি খেয়েছি।
একটা টোটাল খেয়েছেন, কোনো বার্ন কিছু পাননি? বার্ন হয়েছে। যাই হোক, আমি এই যে এইটুকু আমি একটু আলাদা করে রেখেছি, যেটা আমার কাছে মনে হচ্ছে পুড়ে গেছে। অ্যান্ড আমি যদি স্মেল করি এটা, আপনার মেন্টার্সকে
মেন্টার নাদিয়া নাতাশা।
নাদিয়া নাতাশা আপু, উনি তো বেকিং মাস্টার। নাদিয়া নাতাশা আপু, আপনি একটু আসবেন প্লিজ।
আমি না একটা গন্ধ পেয়েছিলাম, পোড়া গন্ধ, এইটাই সেইটা। নাদিয়া
আপনি কি ট্রাই করে দেখবেন?
ফুললি বার,
ফুললি বার্ন কমপ্লিট।
এটা ফুললি বার। একবার বের করেছিল, উনি বুঝতে পেরেছিল না যে এটা আসলে বেক হয়েছে কিনা, উনি আবার বেক করেছে। মানে যেহেতু এটা ডার্ক, উনি মেবি বুঝতে পারেন, ওনার কাছে মনে হয়েছে একটু হবে বার্ন হয়ে গেছে।
আপনি যখন এটা নিয়ে যাবেন টপ পার্টটা একটু ট্রাই করে দেখেন, ইটস কমপ্লিটলি বার্ন তিতা। ইটস ভেরি আনফর্চুনেট। আজকে আপনাকে অনেক ভালো করতে হতো, অ্যান্ড আজকে লাক আপনাকে ফেভার করছে না।
সাইডের পার্টটা ছাড়া আমি জাস্ট উপরের পপকর্ন সহ ভেতরের জিনিসটা খেলাম, তখন খুবই ভালো লাগছিল, ফ্লেভারফুল, অনেক মজা লাগছিল। বাট সাইডটা নিয়ে যখন কেটে খেয়েছি তখন এই যে ঝামেলাটা হচ্ছে।
পোড়ার কারণে কাটাও যাচ্ছিল না, ঝুরঝুর করে পড়ে যাচ্ছিল। আর আদারওয়াইজ দেখতে ভালো ছিল।
ফাস্টিং ইজ ওকে মুনিম, ফাস্টিং ঠিক আছে, অ্যান্ড ভেরি নিটলি ডান, ভালো হয়েছে।
Lung. Mind bằng controlled. Gì vậy? Cũng giống chuyện trước nó có điện thoại vậy. What buddy? Khôn đê. Thương vị luôn. What berry? Chicken. Hoa Bri phim show đẳng cấp. Ken thứ nhất này. US TV drama. Let's đánh cờ. Đã là 2 giờ rồi. Đã từ rất lâu rồi. Cảnh báo giá cái gì vậy? Xem PC tỷ giá bây giờ là bao nhiêu? 1 USD to VND 25.200. Tỷ giá đang giảm. Giờ là cận 2 giờ. Let me see. Let me go fire in. Mỏi mắt quá. Fire end. Truy cập ngay. Trừ 7 điểm ở còn 45. San đi vào hoạt động từ năm 1996. Viết nội dung sau thành một đoạn. Sử dụng từ lối hợp. Yes. Thế là đơn giản, thế là đơn giản, thế là hả? Một chấm ba. Chấm 2 lĩnh vực hoạt động của Masan. Ok. ban đầu Nga để chuyển hướng Việt Nam là trụ sở Hồ Chí Minh. Một cái này mang sân đại bệnh sản xuất các đặc biệt đại bệnh sản xuất, đặc biệt có sản phẩm nổi tiếng. Trong giai đoạn 2013-2020, Masan mở rộng các khai thác núi pháo và tài chính Techcombank. Hiện nay thì Masan định hướng là Voi Apply. Đấy. Đó. Masan là tập đoàn hàng tiêu dùng này, nông sản này, đó, bán lẻ thương mại điện tử, e-commerce, ok, Bri, nông nghiệp và thực phẩm, Mid Daily. Nó ok. Tắt này đi, ok. OBS, League of Legends. Quên á. Masan History gì nữa, chuẩn dead là